Maybe you have a day job and a side gig, or you run two separate businesses. I understand why you'd be tempted to promote your two careers on two separate LinkedIn accounts, i.e. two separate LinkedIn profiles. But please do not do it. So let me explain why not, and also show you how you can manage two separate jobs on a single LinkedIn profile. Now, the first reason is that according to LinkedIn's user agreement, I'm sure you've read this whole thing, right? There's only one account/profile allowed per human being. Now, chances are LinkedIn won't notice if you have two separate accounts, but let's just say LinkedIn is in a bad mood one day. It can happen. LinkedIn reserves the right to delete your account. Well, actually, both of your accounts. So all the work you put into each account, building your profiles, building your networks, it all diminishes to nothingness. Now, I will say this is much more likely to happen if you have multiple accounts and you're using bots or automated messaging to try to sell to people, because LinkedIn really doesn't like it when people get spammy. Now, besides the user agreement, here's another reason you shouldn't have more than one account. Let's say someone looks you up on LinkedIn and you're listed twice because you have two accounts. Then they're going to wonder, does she know she has two accounts? Which account should I connect to? And let's say they choose the wrong account to connect to. It can happen. Then you have to pick up the phone or message them and go through the whole awkward conversation of asking them to connect to a different account of yours, which wastes their time and yours. And as you can see, having double listings just makes it more obvious that you have two careers. Also, when you have two careers, you're doubling your work. You're building and managing two profiles. You're building and nurturing two separate networks. And if you're anything like me, I'm a small business owner. We don't have time for that. My mission is to help small business owners get more out of their social media in less time, not less social media in more time. That would be crazy. Now, of course, I do get a lot of questions about how to manage two separate careers in a single LinkedIn profile. The first big question is, what do you put here in the headline of your profile? Now, this is your value statement. And ideally, if you can find some unifying theme that links your two careers together, put that in your headline. Let me give you an example with two of my past jobs. Now, once upon a time, I worked for Unique Impressions, which sells promotional products like logo pens, bags, and clips. And later, I worked for Epic Marketing, which is a full-service marketing agency. But let's pretend that I worked for both at the same time, and I needed a single unifying LinkedIn headline. What both companies have in common is that they both help businesses build their brand. So in that case, my headline would have been something like, I help you elevate your brand through creative marketing solutions, websites, SEO, content marketing, print collateral, promotional products, and more. But let's say your two careers have nothing to do with one another. In that case, focus your headline, and for that matter, your entire profile, on the job that makes the most sense to promote on LinkedIn. And most likely it's this one. Just clowning around. Get it? Clowning around. But seriously, this is the one you'd promote. Anyway, you could still mention your other career in the experience section of your profile, where you list all your job experiences, because the experience section kind of rounds you out as an individual, but that secondary job would be a secondary listing. Likewise, as you build your connections, you're going to want to network with the people who make the most sense for the business you want to grow the most on LinkedIn. Another question I get is, what should you post if you still do have two separate audiences within your single network? Now, if you're a regular to this channel, you know I've said time and time again that you're going to get a whole lot more visibility when you post through your LinkedIn profile than you will through your company page. It's just how the LinkedIn algorithm works. But when you're working two different careers, the company pages can help you a little bit. In this case, whichever business of yours you want to promote the most, you're going to have those posts go through your LinkedIn profile, and you can also have them go through the company page for that business. And then for the business that doesn't matter to you as much on LinkedIn, just have those posts go through its own company page. And remember, you're going to be able to choose which people you want to invite to each of your separate company pages. So it'll be super easy to cater your content to each audience. Now, a missing piece of the puzzle is, how do you create LinkedIn posts that impress your audience? So watch this video in the top right corner where I roast some bad LinkedIn posts and show you how to fix them. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.